Hey, how's it going guys? It's Scarecrow and welcome back to Black Ops 3, and today's video we're doing something a little different. This isn't something that I've done on my channel before, and I thought why not now, because it's a perfect opportunity to do so. And it is, we're going to be taking a look at my stats. And since I've just I reached level 100 not that long ago, I didn't want to delay it any further before I got too much higher level. I'm level 106 at the moment, so I thought this would be a pretty good opportunity to show you guys my classes and my stats and stuff. Now, first of all, we're going to take a look at my classes, and a word of warning, they are in complete disarray at the moment. My classes are pretty trash because I'm going for Dark Matter at the moment, so there's a lot of classes in here that are purely just for headshots and long shots and stuff like that. So, some good classes I am using at the moment, though, is the Cuda. I've got a couple serious classes, a couple tryhard classes. Number one is my Cuda class. This changes between the Cuda and the Pharaoh, because those are probably two of my best submachine guns aside from the VMP. And I've just got a reflex, an extended mag, and fast mags on there, and you know, my usual stock standard perk setup: fast hand, scavenger, awareness, ghost, and a shock charge. A shock charge is actually really good. It complements a class quite well. You can chuck one down into a sticky situation. It stuns all enemies around it. It's kind of like a portable concussion grenade that's easier to deploy, in my opinion. So I prefer that over the stun grenade. Next, we have my KN44 class. This kind of changes a bit. I changed it this morning. This is kind of like my for going on longer streaks class. At the moment, I've got rapid fire and high caliber, but before that, I had actually, laser sight on there, because laser sight and high caliber actually goes together really well for a rushing playstyle, because you can hip fire your way out of sticky situations, and the high caliber just does wicked things with the three-shot kill, kill that the KN44 provides a lot of the time. And I've got awareness, fast hand, scavenger, flak jacket, and ghost. As you can see, there's a lot more stuff to keep me alive and like keep me going on longer periods. I've got scavenger and flak jacket, which I don't use on a lot of classes, but this is kind of like my staying alive class. And next is my trusty VMP. Yes, this is actually one of my most used weapons in the game, as you'll get to see later, but this is the class that works in a lot of situations. I do not know why I have anti up on there. I usually have scavenger. And I have extended mags and stock, which is, in my opinion, one of the best attachment setups you can wear and run on the VMP stock, so you can just outmaneuver your enemies, and extended mags just so you can like spray down 4 or 5 of them. I've gotten quads and whatever comes after quads. I'm not good with Roman numerals or whatever, but whatever comes after that, I've got a few of those thanks to extended mags, ghost, fast hand, scavenger, awareness, and dead silence. And yeah, I'm currently, you know, just having fun showing off my diamond on all my SMGs. I cannot wait till I get Dark Matter, but it's a grind. I've only got the hard weapons left, and that annoys me. Next, we have my M8 class. Fast mags, quick draw, and elo. Now, this is kind of like a work in progress. Fast mags is it's a pretty good attachment for the M8, but if you do not prefer fast hands, then I don't know what did there. I prefer to go with where is it? High caliber. High caliber is a very deadly attachment on the M8. If one of those shots in your burst hits the head, it's just an instant melt machine. Another worthy attachment is also the long barrel to increase that one burst potential. And the rest of my classes are all pretty much just silly classes and things that I'm going for Dark Matter with. So I got my LMG class, which has just got quick draw and rapid fire on it. And then I've got my shotgun class, which this is the last shotgun I've got to get gold. And there'll be a video coming pretty soon, because I've only got about 20 headshots to go on the breaking before I finish that. My Dracon class, because this weapon gives me shudders every time, but I still have to get the damn thing gold. It's the last sniper I have to get gold. And then the Haymaker, I've been messing around with that. This is my anti-tryhard class. If someone pulls out the VMP or the Vesper and starts annoying the piss out of me, I'll pull out my Haymaker class and make them mad, just to show them that Call of Duty isn't all about doing as well as you can every single time. Sometimes it's just about pissing off people that need to be put in their place. Man, that came off pretty bad. And then I've got my Dredge class. The Dredge is a very nasty submachine gun. Wow, is a very nasty LMG, light machine gun. The problem is I'm not super accurate, so while this is a fantastic light machine gun, it's hard for me to use. Like, when I do go off with it, I do quite well, and it works well with high ping. And a lot of these classes, I've kind of, because since I play with Blue Solstice on a daily basis, and I have 300 ping when I play with him, a lot of these classes have different attachment setups than I would usually run on my connection. I've just got quick draw, and I do believe stock on it at the moment, because I haven't got many attachments. And my last class is my Shiva class. Now, this is actually a really good class. guys. If you're struggling with the Shiva like I am, like I bumped my sensitivity like down 2 pegs, I think, like 2 notches, just to help my aim really with the Shiva, because it was horrible. I was missing so many shots, and headshots are what you need with this thing. On this class, I've got thermal, quick draw, and high caliber. High caliber is like one of the best attachments you can put on the Shiva, just because it gives you a one-hit headshot. But as you can see, there's a bit of a rare class because it's got a VMP as a secondary. Now, the point of this was I was losing too many close range gunfights. I had a pistol on here and I was kind of like losing those. So what I do is I run it with my VMP a lot of the times. And like this is how I run my sniper classes as well. I'll run around with my VMP, and then when I come to a long sightline something, I'll then whip out my Shiva. And it works quite well. It's got good long range and short range capabilities. And for perks, we've got Ghost, Fast Hands, and Awareness. Alright, so those are my classes, guys. Like, there's a few random ones in there. There's a few really good ones in there. Like, I don't have a set. My set classes might change all the time because I like using a lot of variety, as you guys will see when it comes to my used weapons. Alright, so now we're actually going to continue on to my stats. Now, if we go to my barracks, this is it. Right here, okay. I have 40,541 kills, a KD of 2.3, which is actually a really good number. It fluctuates between, I'd say 2.3 and 2.38. Like, it goes up and down depending. Like, it's been going down a lot recently because I've been playing on, Blues Connection a lot more, and it's been kind of like I haven't been playing very well lately. Win-loss 0.8. This I'm not very proud of. Like, it used to be at a 0.69, and now I'm glad that I've got it up to this. Like, this is pretty much what it's going to stay throughout the rest of the life cycle, I'm guessing, because playing solo, I just cannot win games. I top my team just about every single time, or at least I'm in the top 3, but I lose like 8 out of 10 games just because of horrible teammates, and there's nothing I can do about that, so I've just learned to accept it and play on with it. And yeah, like, I can play in 5-man parties and win, and that's great, but I play a lot by myself a lot of the time because I'm on Australian time, so that's my win-loss. It's kind of low. 288 score per minute. It's not very high, but I only play TDM, so yeah, my score of 4,397,850, 1,392 wins, and I have 10 days, 14 hours, 41 minutes, and 52 seconds of in-game time. Now, blah, 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 blah. Now that all of the technical stuff is out of the way, now we have a look at my weapon stats and stuff. As you can see, it's kind of like a standard thing that the gun that you start using at the start of a Call of Duty life cycle is usually the gun that is the most used throughout the entire thing. Like, I think in Advanced Warfare, it was the AK-12. No, it was the BAL. And then before that, it was the Remington or the SC-2010 in Ghost. So, yeah. And for this, it's the KN as well. I've got I'm not going to show you the stats of every single weapon, but I got a 1.9 KD, 296 headshots, and a 19 accuracy with it. And I am proud to say that I've got quite a lot of guns over 1,000 kills. VMP is next, and then Vespa. The Vespa I don't use very much anymore just because of the recoil, and now it's very hard to control, and I don't have a grip for it, and I'm kind of like, I don't have any motivation to use it anymore without the grip. And I've got around a 20 accuracy with just about all of my guns. The Vespa's next, the Weevil, the Kruger, the Pharaoh, a lot of submachine guns in here. Submachine guns fit my playstyle very, very well, and then I would probably onto the assault rifles with maybe the sniper rifles after that, because I do like sniping a little bit more in Black Ops 3 than previous titles. Then HVK, Elcar. It's funny because the 3 pistols are up there above 1,000 kills just because of my Road to Diamond series. If you haven't checked that out, I would highly recommend it. It's kind of a long series, but it's very entertaining. There was a lot of rage in there at a particular pistol, so yeah, I'd highly recommend that. Razorback, the Dingo. The Dingo is actually one of my favorite LMGs. It's kind of like an overglorified assault rifle with a huge magazine, and I just put rapid fire on there and needle sight. It's really, really fun. XR2, the MR6, Locust. As you can see, my sniping's up there as well. I like the Locust a lot. Many people don't like it just because of the fact that it gets a lot more hit markers. I really like the Locust. It's kind of like the Ballista from Black Ops 2. And yeah, Man of War, Haymaker, I'm not really proud of this fact, but hey, I used it a lot whenever I get frustrated. I pull out this, and I have 110 accuracy with it, as if that's hard to maintain with a shotgun. The ICR, the M8A7, the RK5, and then we get down to, like, there's kind of like a large gap there between the RK5 with 1,000 kills down to the Brecci with 600. I don't want the Brecci to be used much more than 700 to 600 kills, but it's going to happen a little bit more because I'm continuing to get Dark Matter. But next is the BRM, the Angus sorry, that's a force of habit of mine. I call it the Angus because it's like a McDonald's burger and it's kind of funny. It's actually the Argus, but yeah, call it what you will. The Shiva, these are kind of like the weapons that I don't really use. Like, those are all my favorite weapons that I do use. These are kind of ones that I kind of like peter out on. The Argus I do wish I had got more kills with because I really enjoy using the Argus. It's an awesome weapon. Shiva, SVG, KRM, PO6, Brass Knuckles. I'm not a big fan of the melee weapons in this game. They are cool and they're a nice little gimmick to use, but I hate dying by them and I die to them a lot in this game. It gets me so frustrated. And then the Dracon, man, these are all, you know, basically the dregs, the stuff that I very rarely use. Combat Knife, I'm saving this for a stream and a video, so once everything else in the game is done gold, I will be going for a knife gold, so watch out for that. That stream will probably be happening in a month or two, because I've still got a little while to go. Black Cells, and I've got 20 kills with my fists, so yeah. Onto the specialist, I've got 577 kills with gravity strikes. You would not believe how frustrating this specialist is. He is an amazing specialist, but it is so frustrating to use because I'm going for hero gear and I have to get 6 kills in a single match. That doesn't sound hard for you console players, but on PC where there is only TDM lobbies with the odd domination game thrown in there, it is freaking hard to get. I can get 4 kills in a match. The amount of times I got 4 and 5 kills in a match is so frustrating. Like, even with overclock, you earn it 3 times a match in TDM, so you have to at least get 2 kills each time you use it, and it's so hard. I've got it 3 times, I still got to get another 3 times, but I've been using it for like a month, man, and it's hard. Next is the Annihilator. I really like using this thing. It's like kind of one of the specialists that you actually need skill to use, so that's why it's pretty high up on my list. If it's not Gravity Spikes, it'll be Annihilator. The Tempest is also another one you need to have pretty good aim for. I also like that. The Scythe and the Purifier. The Purifier, all the tryhards just whack this on, because you can guaranteed to get at least 3 or 4 kills each time you use it. See, like, mine is 3 per use. It's ridiculous. And whenever you see someone go off in the feed with a Purifier, it's just like, another Purifier feed. You get 6-7 kills, it's like, well, that doesn't, I haven't seen that happen like 7 or 8 times already today. It's not that amazing. The Scythe is also a pretty good one. I haven't used it as much as I would like to use. I'm kind of, I don't know, it takes so long to charge the Scythe, and I like kind of die when I'm winding up with it, so it's a little, I'm not quite as big a fan. Ripper, I wish I have got more kills with this thing. Once I get my hero gear on the other specialist, I'll be straight back to Ripper, because he is my, Spectre with the Ripper, because he is my favorite specialist. Hive, I actually use this is one of the specialists that I do quite well with, because you just put it in choke points in TDM, people just run through there without even noticing him and die. Sparrow, I cannot get kills with this freaking thing. I've got 1 kill per use every single time, because I wind it up and then people on PC, they just jump in this huge, degree of movement, and you can't hit people with these little arrows. It's nearly impossible. If I get a kill with the Sparrow when I use it, I'm like, hallelujah, that's great, and then I die to the next person that comes around the corner because I can't hit them. It's so ridiculous. The War Machine, she's kind of like a badass. I really like her as a character. I'm not really a fan of her weapons, and like, her ability is cool, but her weapon, just a noob tube. Ugh. Vision Pulse, haven't used that very much. Kinetic Armor. Overdrive, I really like the Overdrive ability. I don't use it very much, but when I do, it's like an awesome feeling. Active Camo is kind of like one of the more useless specialist abilities in my opinion. Combat Focus, Rejack, like, these are things that I don't use very much. Psychosis, I don't use. Heatwave is actually super useful. I don't use it that much. Glitch, it's too random for me. Like, the amount of times I've glitched out of one gunfight and straight into another one is ridiculous. Rejack has no purpose in this game, in my opinion, at all. Like, it is the most useless special ability, in my opinion. I have no idea why you would want to use it, but yeah, Combat Focus is pretty useful, and yeah, as you can see, I've got a few kills with the abilities, and the weapons and stuff, and no doubt these will continue to go up as I use them. I really want to catch up to using, I really want to catch up all of these to the Gravity Spikes, because I don't want the Gravity Spikes to be my top used thing by the time Black Ops 3 is done. And as for my equipment, Concussion, C4 is right up there. It's slowly climbing up there. I love this piece of equipment. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. I did a video earlier. I linked that in the description on the C4. It's actually a really good piece of lethal equipment, and highly underrated. Not many people use it, but it is a very good piece of equipment. Semtex Thermite, I haven't used in a while. That's also one of my favorite pieces of lethal equipment. And I've never used a flashbang, I have never used a black hat, or I have never used... Okay, I have used... Oh, that's only for captures, right, okay? I've never used the flashbang, and I've never used the black hat, right? And as for my score streaks, now, there is a huge difference here between other score streaks. I have earned 7,285 UAVs, all the way down to 1,971 counter UAVs, and then Cerberus after that, Hardened Sentry. For TDM, the best score streak setup that I have found, and I'm thinking about doing a video on this later, is the UAV, Cerberus, and Hardened Sentry. They get so many kills when you put them down in the right positions, especially the Sentry Gun when it's put down to watch a spawn in TDM. They're like very, very useful TDM streaks. Talon, I don't know why that's highly up there, why that's up there a lot. I barely ever use the Talon because it's such a useless streak. Wraith, Lightning Strike, Wraps, things like that. There are things that I've never earned. I've never earned a care pack. Wait, I've earned a... Yes, I have earned care packages. How would you get kills with a care package? People would have to be crushing it. That's a pretty ridiculous stat. I've never earned a mothership. I have earned power cores before. I've earned it 7 times. But I don't think I'm ever going to earn a mothership just because of the fact that it's way too much score for what you get. You basically get a big, huge thing that really doesn't have that much killing power compared to other huge streaks from other Call of Duties. And it gets taken down so easily, especially in TDM. So, yeah. And then onto my match stats, really. TDM, Domination, Kill Confirmed is all I have played in Black Ops 3, because all of these other modes, as fun as they are, have no player base on PC whatsoever. I love Kill Confirmed. It's my favorite mode in Call of Duty, and I've played 12 games of it. That's ridiculous. I love it so much, and nobody plays it on PC, which is so sad. It's so much more fun than TDM. But hey, what can you do? Domination, I've played 35 games. I do not enjoy Domination very much. The only thing I like about Domination is how long it goes for. Other than that, I don't know really well how to play it. I have to change up all my classes from TDM to play it, and it's not that fun for me unless you're in a 5-man party. Then it's fun because I don't have to do anything that much. My teammates just go in and wreck. And in TDM, I've won 1,345 games. I've lost 1,639 games. Yeah, I've had a win streak of 18. Man, when did that happen? That's actually a really good streak. I have no idea how that has happened. I can't even remember when that happened. That probably happened sometime around the game launched, when the skill-based matchmaking wasn't so fucked up. But anyway, guys, so that's my stats. I've never played a game of an arena, and nor do I plan to, because I was far too competitive for my liking. And I don't think you guys really want to get into my calling cards, because you probably got a lot of them from opening your own supply drops. So anyway, guys, that is my stats and weapon stats and streak stats and specialist stats. And in case any of you guys are wondering, it's nowhere near the Mark of J stats or Elite Shot or Exclusive Aces stats, but these are my stats from playing 10 days, 14 hours of Call of Duty. Let me know, what are your stats in the description below? I'm kind of interested to know. I want to know how much time you've played, what your overall KD and stuff is. It's interesting to me. I'd love to know what your most used guns and streaks are. That's kind of interesting. It kind of really shows what sort of a player based on that. So anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you have enjoyed. Subscribe for more. I shall see you in the next video.